Morning Joe live. Sunday morning. Happy Father's Day. What's going on, everyone? We live this morning for the Father's Day. Hope everybody got that Joe. You know, you gotta have that Joe to get your engines running. You know, body at rest, stay at rest. So you gotta get up, you gotta move, you gotta make things happen. You know, that's the first step too, and that's great. Oh shit, yeah. Man, Trump needed that. I needed it. Okay. So, okay, let your man Trump get things situated up here, you know. So I can say, come. I call myself doing it, but I got so much bullshit right here in my little area. So, yeah, okay. All right, that's a lot better, America. Excuse me. That's part of the live stream. I'll get the belches. Go get them all. So, I sip my coffee where I can. It's easy for me to get. So, let y'all in on what's up from the NAR. That's what I'm smoking on. Red cap. Yeah, red cap. So, 24% THC, 0.06 CBD. So, we're smoking on this. And we're smoking on white truffles. White truffles. 27%. You see, I shop at the NAR. So, yeah. This little half here I'm about to light, this is I think it's that red cat. And I got another one here. I just mixed the two. So, we see how that do us. This is terrible. We got breaking news in Rochester Hills. An active shooter had a splash pad. Get the fuck out of here, man. What kind of shit is that? This is where we're at, America. Where we shooting up splash pads. The drive-by that went way past just shooting up some motherfuckers on the corner. A splash pad gets shot up in Rochester Hills where you got children out there, you got old folks out there. You get some jackass come through there with a gun. Oh, what does this world come to, America? Thanks for whoever just shot in. Holler at your man Tree Trump. You know, he clicked out, but whatever. It's been a busy week for your man Trump. It's been a busy, slow week. That's how I can say it. Let's see if we get an hour in on our morning Joe live Father's Day weekend. My wife's gonna take me to a concert downtown Detroit at the Aretha, so that's gonna be nice, you know. They supposed to get up and take me to breakfast, but they was up all night. So your man Trump ain't even tripping. I know my family love me. It ain't about buying me something more. taking me somewhere, Man, Trump, I'm really not that kind of person. As you can see, I didn't have a wedding ring on. That's because it's been on, sitting on my tray. It's been on for a minute, and it was just, I needed to take it off so my finger can get some air. That's all. But Rochester Hills, Oakland County, Michigan. What in the fuck? 9 injured. Can't say nobody died, but that don't make you tough because you pulling out a fucking gun. If anything, that makes you a coward to pull out a gun and shoot up a splash pad. Guns is to protect your family with. That's it. Protect yourself. Not because you disagreed with somebody over something that really ain't nothing. If you hadn't had a gun in your hand in the first place, you would have handled the situation a lot different. But just because you got a gun, you want to exert some type of authority, like you have that authority. So you pull out a gun, and that's just stupid. What motherfuckers do is dumb as fuck sometimes. And that's some dumb shit. Your man tree trunks a gun on. But shit, I had to pull them out sometime and wipe the dust off the motherfuckers and that's very rare that I do that. I might be cleaning up, say, oh man, I got this back here, let me clean it up. I keep it on lockdown. But I don't put myself in a position where I gotta wake up and grab a motherfucking gun. You know, what kind of life is that? You gotta wake up and grab a gun and put it in your pocket every day. I don't understand. And then, I don't know, America. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. Sometimes the shit just pisses me off. I don't even want to get into it. Oh, that coffee's great. Your man got to head back to, where the fuck was I at? I've been driving all over the fucking place. Roseville. Is that fucking Roseville? Oh, yeah, I think that's Roseville I gotta go to tomorrow. I hate driving to just different job sites every fucking day. It burns you out. True enough, I'm glad that I ain't in Ann Arbor full time no more. I was sick of that drive. It's nice to have a new drive, you know. But going on the east side, I hate that shit, man. Because you got to commute from the east back to the west at rush hour traffic, and I'm coming from the east side suburbs. Then I got to come through east side Detroit to come to west side suburbs. So yeah, it's just, and then around raw rush hour traffic and it's construction season, this shit can get kind of crazy. The morning it ain't bad, it's just coming home. So I got to try to find me a route, you know, a nice route coming from Roseville back to like the Romulus, Romulus area, Romulus and Taylor area, Romulus, Taylor, Belleville area coming from Roseville. So that's a hell of a fucking stretch, during rush hour. So shout out to everybody who Seen two people click into the live. What up, y'all? Smoking on this white truffle and red cab. I mixed them both, so they both come from the NAR. So if y'all fathers, happy Father's Day 2024. Let me know where y'all from. Let me know what y'all smoking on. What you smoking on. I've been pretty consistent keeping up with my morning Joe live Sunday. So I'm gonna try to stay on it, engage with America. Y'all drop a comment. Jump in the live chat. We in the live chat. Jump up in there. Let me know where you from, what you doing. I'm gonna get rich off this YouTube. It's just an engine. You know how I say you gotta keep the engine running? You gotta keep the engine running. That's why I post every day. And sometimes it might be bullshit. But sometimes I just post some random acts throughout my day. And sometimes I get a couple thousand views just off a random act and I just post. But then sometimes I take all day, you know, trying to think of what to post and go through the motions, post it, edit, do all that old stuff. And nobody even click on it. So it's just about consistency to me. Everybody say do do it, find you a niche and all this and that, which is good. I'm not saying this shit's wrong. I just don't have time to focus on one thing. I got more than one goddamn thing going on in my life than to sit back and focus on one thing. And if you look at the title of what shit I got going on, it's a day in my life. This is a Sunday morning routine right here for me. And actually, it's therapeutic. You know, I kind of need this. I'm not scared to jump in front of the camera, say what I think. If it's fuck you, it's fuck you. If it's fuck me, it's fuck you. So I don't give a fuck. I'm not a disrespectful person. I don't just go out disrespecting people and trying to act like I'm tougher than anybody because everybody got a match. You think you tough, you go out there popping off. Everybody tough to somebody. A little tougher come up and sock your ass in the fucking mouth. So, that's how it is. I just speak it from my heart. I don't try to disrespect nobody. It's just a day in the life of your man Trump. Tree Trunk the old head. I had some people at work call me Mr. Trunk. It got a little ring to it, I was fucking with it. I can be Mr. Trunk. I'm Tree Trunk the old head. it's, it's some alright weed here. I'm fucking with it. I forgot what my wife said at the concert tonight. When we go down to the Aretha, downtown Detroit. It's a concert later. Who had the motherfucker? But for me, it ain't really even about going down there to see some motherfucker get up there and sing. It ain't about that for me. It's just about being with my wife. Us getting out doing something. I don't give a fuck who on that stage. You know. You gonna give me a fucking interview for my channel and blow it up? If you're gonna do that, okay. If not, I really don't give a fuck. Shout out to all my local Detroit entertainers and rappers and YouTubers that trying to make this thing happen on this platform. It's a special shout out to y'all. Keep grinding at this shit. I'm over 1.1 million views, over 3,000 subscribers, 3,000 plus subscribers. So I'm been working at this. You know, I need like 1,500 more, 15 or 1,600 more watch hours. I get my watch hours up. Enter a new journey on this YouTube journey. I open a new door. So it's basically just you have to set a goal and you have to reach them goals. That's what keep you motivated. You have to set them and you got to try to reach them. You know, and when you set a goal, you really got to commit yourself to trying to reach it. You know, you can't, when you set a goal, you can't treat it like that New Year's resolution, that diet New Year's resolution. You can't do that when you set a goal. But that shit lasts a couple weeks and then you ain't on the diet no more. When you set a true goal that you want to reach, you have to set it, you have to stick to it, hit your mark, then set another one, hit that mark. It's the only way you see progress, you know, in your own personal life, in your own personal household economy. A lot of people worry about the economy doing this, the economy doing that. Man, Tree Trump really never even worried about that much. Not saying that it don't exist, but that wasn't what I worried about. I worried about my household economy because it's been bad. It's been bad years where they say the economy is bad and ain't nobody got this, ain't nobody got that. But I have seemed to shine in them bad years where the economy, they say the economy's down. So it's all about your individual and it's all about your individual and your personal actions to create the life that you have for yourself. The choices that you make, impacts the life that you have. So that's all it's about. You have to make choices that that's not going to hurt you. That's going to help you gain and progress. You have to make them kind of choices. Because when you make a fucked up choice, just like anything, a cause have an effect. When you have a light switch on and you click it, the light go away. That's just the opposite. What the young motherfuckers call it, they ops. You know, it's the opposite. So generations change so quick and shit. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, in my day, we wasn't calling them ops and shit. It was a motherfuckers around the corner talking shit. We're gonna push it at them. If we don't, they gonna push it at us, so we might as well try to push it at them first. Now they call them the ops. But it's the same game. It's just different players. And every generation get a little bit more bolder than the generation before them. Southeast Michigan, they talking about this heat wave. talking, they talking about this heat wave. It's supposed to be hot as a motherfucker for the next week up in the 90s and shit. I'm looking at all the counties. And it's all the counties that I fucking travel. So I'm gonna be out here in this all Southeast Michigan. You got Monroe, Genesee, Wayne, Washtenaw, Oakland, Macomb, Genesee, St. Clair. Y'all see them all up there. And too many people jumping the live today, but I'm consistent with it. I'm gonna stay at it, you know. Just me talking shit. Shout out to whoever clicked in. Every time I give a shout out to somebody who just clicked in, they click out. So shout out to you who just clicked in. Shout out to all my subscribers. See, they just clicked out. Shout out to all my subscribers, everybody that mess with my channel. Like, subscribe, share. Hit that subscribe button. Share my videos. Hit them like buttons. It all helps the algorithm, you know. And like I say, I need my sponsors, General Motors with that express van, you know, that conversion express van, General Motors. I need that for my YouTube journey. So be that sponsor, you know, that sponsor your man Tree Trunk the old head. We from the Motor City. We from the Motor City, so sponsor me, give me that, you know, and I'm gonna drive it to all 50 states, and I'm gonna link up with YouTubers, and we're gonna eat at your local shops. We're gonna talk to the families. I'm gonna talk to the old heads all around the country. That's your man Tree Trunk YouTube journey. That's what I want to do, you know. And GMC with that express conversion van. Y'all do that. Sponsor me, and I will show the world that Michigan muscle can stand up to anything. You know, Michigan Detroit muscle can stand up to anything. You know, or give me that, or Ford. I fuck with Ford. Ford Motor Company. I got a Ford Edge. My wife got a Ford Escape. You know, give me that big 250 diesel. Show these motherfuckers across the world how that Ford can handle. I put a trailer on the back of that mother, a big, a big camper. Me and my wife, my daughter, granddaughter, we hit the road. We stop at campsite. We stay in our camp. We go around. We go to the shops. We talk to the other YouTube. You know, we sit at y'all restaurants with y'all. Your man Tree Truck is coming. You know, all 50 state, you know, tour. That's what your man Tree Truck want to do. All 50 state tour. All YouTubers. Stop at your shops. Talk to the people. Talk to the young folks. Talk to the old heads. You know, find areas where they ain't think black people was even there living. Tree Trunk gonna drop in. I'm gonna put it on my channel. I'm gonna let America know. There's black people down there too. You know, black people in this little town, this little place y'all think it ain't black people at. So Ford Motor Company and GMC. Give me that truck or give me that van, and me and my wife, we're committed to an all 50 state tour. We're gonna do it, you know. The day of the life of your man Trump. You know, there won't be no law breaking or shit like that. If it's a state that ain't about smoking no motherfucking weed, it won't be no weed smoke in them states. You know, it'll just be sitting down interviewing people. But them will probably be the first states. Since your man Tree Trunk is a 420, if you got legal marijuana, them gonna be the states I go to first. I review the cannabis shops, all that. You know, what do the families do there? You know, I'm an old head, but I'm a granddad now. I ain't like them. I ain't like them youngsters no more. The millennials, that's what they call themselves, millennials. I'm an old head. come from the 70s. I'm a 70s baby, you know. Shout out to all the 70s babies, you know. I was smoking weed, but they had all these names for it. It was just good weed, you know. And you found out through the grapevine who had the good weed, you know. And you smoked whatever was on deck, you know. It's a whole new world now. I go into the NAR, it's 20 fucking, 100 fucking strains I can pick from, you know. Vapes and all this other shit, you know. So it's a different world. But that's all good, you know. Trunk ain't tripping. I remember when I was one of the youngsters. Now I'm one of the old heads. And as you get older, you you see the reaction from people to let you know that you ain't the youngster no more. Like a kid knocked on my door and he walked past my house. I was coming in the house. It might have been from work. I don't know. But he walked past my house and we kind of locked eyes with each other. But I came in the house. But you know, I'm a D boy. You know, that instinct told me to double back. You know, double back and see where this motherfucker going because I ain't never seen him around in the neighborhood and shit. So when I double back to the door, I was coming from work because I put my lunchbox down. I double back to the door and I instantly just opened the door and came back out on my front porch. And this motherfucker was walking up my walkway. And he was like, "What's up, OG?" He was like, "I just want to see if you want your grass cut, man. You know, I'm out here trying." But he didn't have a lawnmower, though. He didn't have a lawnmower. So, but I'm like, no, because I usually take care of that myself. You know, I take care of my lawn. I don't like people all up on my shit. But youngster wasn't disrespectful or nothing, but it was just like he approached me, let me know I'm an old nigga. You know. But don't mistake Tree Trump for just being some old nigga. These right here. I work 8 to 10 hours a day. Heavy duty construction. So I'm in shape, you know. And I put I go up against anybody that say they want an endurance challenge. If somebody want an endurance challenge with me, I'm with it because what me and my boys do all day, like this heat wave coming, this ain't nothing. We're gonna work through this. This is nothing. I see people drop all day long. And it's me. I mean, I'm I'm the only black dude. I'm the only black dude. And I'm one of the bosses. So that's saying something, you know. That's saying something. I'm one of the bosses. And sometimes I don't act like it. I'll play the back row. And that's, you know, it's crazy. You know, because I've been doing this shit a long time. Sometimes I play the back row, and I said I was gonna start doing that. You know, until I gotta put my finger on something and say, "Hey, this shit ain't going like this." You know. But your man Tree Truck been doing this shit for 25 years. Heavy duty construction, and there's some youngsters coming up behind me. Some young foreigners. There's some young foremen coming up behind me, and I want these young foremen to stick their chests out. You know, I could play the back row. You know, I kind of want to. I play the back row, not school them youngsters. Cause shit, uh, 10 years or so, your man tree truck be retired. So I gotta train these youngsters. You know, look at my channel, check it out. You see us out there getting down. You know, it's easier to count the structures your man tree trunk hadn't built in Southeast Michigan, downtown Detroit. It's easier to tell you the ones I didn't have a part in than the ones that I did. So check out the channel, Tree Trunk Construction. You know, go to my channel and hit Tree Trunk Construction and you'll see it. You know, we do this. It's like a baby. You know, we start from a small little footing, and we'll grow building out the ground, 20, 30 stories. You know, that's nothing for your man tree trunk. You know, that's a day in the life of your man tree trunk. You know, 6, 7,000 pounds flying, flying with a crane over people's heads. They don't even know. You know, all type of safety precautions and this and that. You know, your man tree trunk be on this game, and I challenge you to outrun me. You know, I outran the best. You know, but I'm humble enough to know if I gotta sit back and I gotta learn, it's time to sit back and learn because doing this construction, this heavy duty construction, because I'm not just pouring no fucking driveway for your for your house. You know, for me to be doing that, I'm not saying that ain't big construction. For me to be pouring a driveway, that's a side job or helping somebody out. That kind of construction. That's what I consider building a house or something. You know, and a lot of people get it confused when I tell them I'm a construction worker. They think I might just be pouring a sidewalk for somebody's house or some shit like that. No, no. Skyscrapers, skyscrapers, steel mills, shit like that. Real heavy duty industrial shit. You know, real heavy duty. I work with a list of different craft workers. Is no telling what kind of craft worker I may work with. From iron workers to carpenters. You got us, the laborers. You got the operators. You know, you got sheet metal workers. You got plumbers. Uh, I can name off. I can name off local unions and different skilled tradesmen all day. You know, teamsters. You name them. I've worked with them. I've collaborated with them. You know, and that's Detroit for you. We're union time, strong union time. You know, you come in here, you're gonna you're gonna run across the union boys, and it might not be the laborers, but it's gonna be a craft. If you come in here for work, if you non-union, even if you get in here and get something, because this is a fucking right to work state. Now you got a right to work, but that right to work is some bullshit. You know, the right to work is some bullshit. And anybody that don't think that, you think what you want. You know, union workers outperform them non-union workers all the time. We outperform, you know, because we held to a higher standard. You know, when we go in to do something, we going in for that specific job. We're not just a contractor coming in and saying, I can do this. No, we go into the local unions and we hiring professionals that this is their craft, this is their skilled trade. You a plumber? That's what you do? You don't just own a company that just say, yeah, we can throw a couple pipes in. No, this guy's a skilled tradesman. You know, I can do this job and I can hire all skilled tradesmen to do it. This guy put in pipes and put in toilets for a living. That's all he's been doing his whole life. This guy right here, he been swinging a hammer his whole life. That's all he knows, hammers and nails. You know, that's it. Measuring shit. Doors, door frames, you know, reinforcing concrete walls. You got all kind of different kind of carpenters. You got rough carpenters. You know, you got finished carpenters. You got skilled laborers. Like myself, you got non-skilled labor. Like guys we just bring in to sweep the floors. You know, y'all come in and sweep the floors. Throw the garbage away. And that be that non-union stuff. But if you come in on the union side of that, come in on the union side of that, man, Trump, I got the fire out. This is a good one. Gas herbal. So I got to go fill my coffee cup up. Get me going on this union shit. But let me go fill my coffee up, America. 36 minutes. I'm back, America. I damn near need a coffee pot right here where I'm sitting. You know, but this is it's my house coffee cup. So give me a break, America. Give me a break. Gotta go fill my coffee up. If you notice in my live streams every Sunday that somewhere up in there I gotta go fill my coffee cup up. So thanks for bearing with me. Okay. Gas. I like this fucking gas shit. Gas herbal from the Dragonfly. I like this shit, you know. Nice. Nice pre-roll from the NAR. I was against dispensaries when they first came out. I wasn't against them. It was just, I don't know, I went to the street dealer. But it's so much cleaner from a dispensary. You don't know where that shit on the street comes from. Fucking fentanyl is a monster. You can't be just going out buying weed from off the street. I would never buy weed off the street again. I will always go to the dispensaries because motherfuckers putting fentanyl and shit in the weed. Detroit is a crazy city. You pull up to the gas station to get some gas, there'll be a motherfucker trying to serve you out there. I don't even get gas in the city. I get gas where I live. Fuck around and end up, not unless it's you frequent this gas station. If it's an area you from or something, and people know you, it's different, you know. But just whipping up at the gas station in the D, fucking on. And I'm from Detroit, and I will not do that shit. I don't even stop at certain fucking stores, you know. I ran out of creamer. I just put a little milk in it. I don't use sugar in my coffee. Just a little cream. don't understand this mass shooter shit. I just don't. Why would somebody shoot up a fucking splash pad? What the fuck was you thinking? Who the fuck made you mad at the splash pad that you gotta go shoot that up? No. Yeah, I'm sitting there watching this shit on the news. I don't understand that mass shooting movement. What do you gain from that? What do you gain from going to hurt a bunch of innocent people? Because some people are really into that shit. You know what? If been on your man Tree Trunk Man, I got an older cousin. I ain't saying no names or nothing because you don't do that shit. But him and his wife, they split, and they don't. You know how it's always a couple. You be like, oh, they'll never split. They split, and I hadn't talked to him about it. I just heard Lou just maybe talking to a couple other different family members. Your man Tree Trunk is like the ghost. You know, you won't find me until I pop up. I had to pop up on you. You can't find your man Tree Trunk not unless you're going to YouTube, but just pop up on me. For most, it's impossible. You have to really be in my circle to pop up on me like that. This is the only place you're gonna find me. It's on YouTube and maybe TikTok, but TikTok is just, you know, my YouTube really. I don't fuck with TikTok like that. TikTok okay, but I'm a you I'm a YouTuber. YouTube is to me is a more valuable platform than TikTok. I ain't saying TikTok is not a valuable platform, but for me it's YouTube. I wouldn't be doing this shit on TikTok, sitting up here smoking some weed, talking to y'all in there. TikTok could ban my black ass. Oh shit. Be like, get this motherfucker off of here. He teaching kids to smoke dope and all kind of shit. Be some fucked up ass comments. YouTube is not like that. It's a different platform. It lets you express yourself. I ain't on YouTube smoking crack or no shit. That shit is fucking terrible to me. I don't see how that's a choice for a motherfucker that want to get high. You see movies, you see in your life, motherfucking family members or people close to you that chose that as their drug and how their life turned out. So I don't see how a person can just say, I'm going to choose crack or heroin to be my drug. You fucking crazy? You see what it's doing to people? That's the road you chose. You know how many roads you could have chose? You know. With me, everybody's different. Me, I just smoke me some herb. I don't even drink. You know, social drinker. You know, just a social drinker. I may have one or two drinks if me and my wife go somewhere just socially. But after that, I need me a spot where I can burn me one and I'm good. Like me and my wife, we going to the concert tonight, so I may have a drink. You know, I may have a drink just 'cause it's the concert. But anything outside of that, you know, and treat drunk. I'm not the person that's getting off work wanting that cold beer taste. I mean, I've done that before. I've been that guy that, ain't nothing like that hard day and then you get off and you want a nice cold fucking beer. And that first beer tastes so good, fucking good, especially if it's ice cold. 'Cause, I almost fucked my marriage up running in and out them strip clubs and shit. That was my thing, you know. I get off work, and I go to the bar, sit up and drink and almost fuck my marriage up, fucking with strippers and shit. So that's toxic to me. That's toxic, so I don't do that. And then for me, I didn't like the hangover effect of drinking. That's just, I mean, you get yourself together, but you know, thanks, thanks, man, thanks. Somebody finally jumped in and left a comment. Happy Father's Day to you, your fathers, man. Thanks. Your man Trunk up in here just talking some shit, you know, smoking on me some. If you smoking, let me know what you smoking. I'm smoking on this gas. It's called gas herbal. Ooh, this shit pretty good. I'm a fan of it. It's from the Dragonfly brand. It's the Dragonfly brand. I shop at the NAR. You know, go through my channel, go through my videos. I posted different shit and reviews on different weed and shit. I smoke the stronger weed. I smoke the weaker weed. It depends on, 'cause I got a house brand that I grew myself last year, Tropical Cherry, and it's basically like my everyday weed that I smoke. You know, when I ain't smoking the gas and all that shit. This, this is the fucking Tropical Cherry. Go through my channel, look at some of my videos, and you'll see. You see me in my garden doing different shit, growing. This is the first year for in about I think since 19 that I haven't been growing anything. I said I wasn't gonna grow this year because me and my wife we're gonna sell our house. I'm sick of fucking buying and selling houses. For the record, I'm sick of it. Me and my wife, we been buying and selling houses for so long. Once we find a better deal or we get a little edge, we can make 10 grand. We sell these motherfuckers, but it's time to put some roots down. So that's the reason why I ain't growing this year because I gotta. I can't be trying to sell a house and have a fucking big ass garden, weed plants in my backyard. In Michigan now, you can grow up to 12 plants in your backyard. You can grow up to 12 plants. And I grew up to 12 plants. That was my limit. But it sounds like, ooh, I'm going to grow me some weed. I can grow up to 12 plants. When they small, you don't think they're going to get big as you don't think they're gonna get big as they're gonna get. You know, my first year, I kind of grew up. Grew, I had some old ass seeds that just had the guidelines where you can grow. You know, so I had some old ass seeds. I was looking through my shed. Like, oh, here goes some seeds. I'm grow me some weed. You know, so 20-year-old seeds, y'all, grew the shit through you know. But some of my fucking plants was males. But I didn't understand the male female, you know. I didn't understand the male female thing with plants, especially weed plants. So everybody telling me I'm taking pictures, I'm showing people I know, you know, because that's a new thing in Michigan. Everybody was growing. Oh man, cutting the males down, cut them down. There was more males than females, but I took so much time growing these plants, I didn't want to cut them. But I'm doing research and shit. I'm on YouTube. I'm looking at other growers and shit, and that's really how my channel started. Fucking weed, so I'm always be true to smoking and everything on my channel because that's how my channel originated. That's how I got my name Tree Trunk because I grew tree trunk fucking stalks on my plants. I was the big dog around my area. So, but anyway, I grew these fucking shit up. I didn't cut the males, but when I realized that the males was fucking up the whole shit, I I cut them, but it was too late. It already pollinated my female plant, but I grew it anyway. It was my first grow. I had a female plant. I think I had like two, two, maybe three. Just this gas. I had about two or three female plants. They were beautiful. You go through my channel, you can check them out. And to me, they was some of my old videos. But anyway, took it, watched on YouTube how to harvest it and all that. Blah blah blah. My plant had so many fucking seeds in it. I mean, so many seeds. What's up, Sir Rich? What's up, man? You jumped up in my live. What's up? Happy Father's Day, bro. Happy Father's Day. That's some good shit. You jumped up in my live, man. That mean everything this morning. Just talking to America, man. You know. But back to my story. Uh, I see you on them RV, man. We gonna have to click up, man. I ain't never been motherfucking fishing. I just downloaded the motherfucking app for the fucking DNR so I can get my fishing license. I want to go fishing. I want to take my family out. And I'm in search for a new vehicle. Either I'm getting me a fucking conversion van to drive my family around, or I'm getting me an F-250 or 2500 or something and putting a trailer on the back of the bitch. I've been seeing how your shit looks, so I may go that way, you know. So yeah, we gonna plan something, bro. Fuck yeah, yeah, we gonna plan something. I, man, I feel blessed that we even connected on this shit because we know each other outside of this shit, man. I ain't even know you had a channel. You know, we go way back, Sir Rich. You know, you like a big brother. You know, and you helped me out. You know, like when I first got out of jail and shit. Gave a nigga a job and shit. So thanks, Sir Rich. Love you for that shit, dog. I'm smoking on some gas. Anyway, let me get back to my shit. I grew these motherfucking plants and shit, y'all. Yeah. Motherfucker had like 10,000 seeds. It was so many fucking seeds. And my cousin, and it's crazy that Sir Rich on here. My cousin Jack, I was telling him, I'm like, dude, I grew this shit. He like, man, you grew this motherfucking weed, dude. He ain't really want to smoke the shit because it's just some shit I grew, but he don't want to hurt my feelings and shit. But I had been smoking the shit. The shit was getting me high, and I was just proud because I grew the shit. So he had some. I was over his house, and he had some people, you know, over his house and shit, and everybody, we in a smoke session, lighting they weed up and shit. And I seen it in his eyes. He didn't want me to light my shit, but I had never really had told nobody I had grew it. Everybody was just, hey, I got this, I got that, blah, blah, blah. So I rolled my shit up. I threw it right in the circle. And people was tasting my shit like, yeah, man, who weed is this? I'm like, yeah, that's my blunt. And they like, that's all right. It wasn't super strong, but it wasn't weak. And I knew right then, I'm like, I'm on to something. I'm on to something. So that next year, when grow season came around, I was so fucking prepared. I got everything I thought I needed for my outdoor grow. I'm not an inside grower. I tried it. It don't work for me. Outdoors, you know, what does it for me? Because I work like a motherfucker. I ain't got time to be monitoring no shit every day. It's just, you can take a break. You can let nature do its thing for 1 or 2 days. You know, if you get a good rain or something, shit like that helps. But that next year or two of me growing, my plants was crazy because I had researched shit. I had done shit. I'm like, God damn. When you pulled up to my house stayed on. I lived like on a crazy street where in the middle of the street it was a turn off into some other shit, but a person could come down that street and look straight up my driveway. And behind my shed, my plants started growing over the shed. The motherfuckers was like 12, 14 foot tall. I'm trying to pull them down. They popping the fucking strings and shit, and then as they get stronger, you can't keep bending them because they ain't no they ain't no baby plants no more. They full grown. Them stalks will break. So it is what it is. And the neighborhood was fucking stank. My wife like, if you don't get this shit out my backyard, but I pushed it all the way to, you know, October, harvest time. Harvested them motherfuckers. And I had so much motherfucking weed that I didn't know what the fuck to do with this shit. I didn't know what the fuck to do with it. And I'm like, damn, these motherfucking jars like this, and plus the other size I got. I got these. I had like 60, 70 of these bitches full. I'm like, man, what the fuck I'm gonna do with all this weed? But I gave most of it away. May have sold a little bit, but most of it I gave away. And then just smoked the shit myself. And I wasn't going to dispensaries because I would grow it myself. There was no need for me to. And they loosened the fucking laws more and more and more. But every year I was growing. I didn't smoke nothing but what I grew. And I learned about weed. But one fucking day, once me and my wife moved out here where we stay at now, I'm like, fuck it, babe. I want to go in the dispensary. I never really, may have been in one once or twice, but dispensaries have been out forever, and this may have been a year ago. I went in there, and I had, man, you, I just been smoking what I grow for the last like 4 years. You know, look at my channel, go back through it, you'll see my plants. You know, I had so much weed I didn't know what to do with the shit, and I stopped every day, every year for 100 days. So that's just weed. That's just piled the fuck up. You know, I'm still smoking weed from a year or two ago. Just gotta keep the shit fucking aired out and shit like that. But I learned about it. And I sell this fucking house I'm in. I'm moving further out in the country. I like the country living because when me and my wife lived down in the Atlanta area, we had a couple acres. And just being able to wave at your neighbor, you can see your neighbor, but just being able to wave at him, he see you, you see him, y'all acknowledge each other. That was good enough for me. I can't have no motherfucker all up on the gate. You know, I don't, fuck that. That's just too tight for me. I need acreage again, you know. But the Atlanta area down south, that just wasn't for me. The cost of living was cheaper, but if you from the north, living in the south just may not be for you, you know, and it wasn't for me. I just couldn't make the money that I wanted to make down there. And the South just wasn't for me, but my property was the nicest thing I had ever had in life. You know, big 2,500 square foot sitting on 2 acres. You know, I was loving it. But since I came back home, and it's been some years since I moved back home, a motherfucker just gonna, I've been buying houses and selling them, but I just ain't found that one. So I'm thinking, fuck, I just go out and just buy me some acres. You know, I do construction like a motherfucker all day. I deal with operators, dirt movers. I can get equipment. I can run a mini X. You know, I get some knowledge from some of these guys. I know a few house builders that build houses. So I'm thinking about either building my own fucking house or may go in one of these fucking bougie subdivisions or something that offer a couple acres with it. You know, either way, you know, I need the acreage. You know, but I'd rather get raw land. You know, I was thinking of buying raw land. Me and my wife get a triple wide trailer. Put the trailer out there. Some luxury ass trailer with all the shit we need in it to live. We live in the trailer, and then we find a spot we want to build our house. Then we can take our time building our house because we live in a trailer, you know. So we got a few options, you know. But I kind of want to, when you buy shit like that, you got to be committed to wanting to fucking do the building and shit, you know. I build other people's shit all day, you know. Yeah, you know, I've been thinking about it, Sir Rich, you know, because shit, I'm an old head now. I gotta think about my exit, you know. So the raw land, that's, I was thinking of that, you know. I get the raw land, get me a double or a triple wide, me and the fam stay in that, you know, like a 3 or 4 bedroom. I went out and looked at a few of them. And then when we find a spot we want to build our house, you know, I pour footings and shit all day. You know, I can go through with a mini X and fucking dig the holes for the shit I need. You know, I can do all that and rent the equipment. That's nothing. It's just committing to doing the shit, you know. I go out every day building people's shit. Sometimes I just get tired of it. I'm thinking that's one way, but I'm thinking about just buying some shit, you know, because that's what we did when we moved down south. We found a nice subdivision, and then that's when the economy crashed. When the economy crashed, I just happened to be up. I was up, you know. I wasn't missing a beat. So when a lot of people was losing their houses and stuff and their jobs and stuff, me and my wife, we went through buying up stuff, you know. We went through just buying it up. And I was holding on. It was really my wife that pushed me. I was wanting to hold on to cash and shit. And she like, shit, we got it. That motherfucker right there for sale. Let's get it. And we ran up on a house in Rosedale Park, right off like Grand River and Otter Drive up in there. Nice big motherfucker. And it was a house that somebody out of state owned. They end up taking ownership through a death or something. That's what the realtor told me. They had never really seen the house. But since Detroit was going through all that crisis and shit, you know, everybody losing their jobs, is going bankrupt, Detroit's terrible. They just wanted the house off their hands. And they only wanted, I think they wanted 10 racks for it. I rolled up on the house, me and my wife. I'm like, dang, this house really don't look that bad, you know, but you never know when you buying a house and shit. It might not look bad on the outside, but it could be a disaster on the fucking inside. I just walked up and peeked through the fucking glass because it didn't have no fucking curtains or nothing covering the windows. It's a pretty nice neighborhood, you know, Rosedale. And it was fully carpeted through that bitch. I'm like, went back. My baby like, what you think? I'm like, the motherfucker nice. She like, well, we got the money. She like, you want to buy it? I'm like, nah, I don't know. I'm dragging and shit. She like, call this motherfucker right now. They wanted 10. Then he was, when I called him, he like, what y'all want to offer? I really wasn't, at that time, I had only bought one house. And I was paying a mortgage on that, so I was still learning and shit. So I didn't know the language to really talk and buy houses and shit. You know, okay, I ride by you all the time, man. You know, I'm out here like Telegraph in 94. I'm out that area, you know. And I'm gonna probably move further out Western Wayne. I ain't gonna leave Wayne County, but I'm gonna be in Western Wayne, you know. That's where I've been finding property, you know. And shit, Sir Rich, we bought that motherfucker, dude. She was like, my wife was like, call this motherfucker. And he like, how much you want to give him? And I didn't really know the language. They wanted 10. I'm like, I'll get that motherfucker 10. Shit, that's what he want. He like, no. He like, offer him 8. I'm like, what? I'm like, you can do that? He like, man, you spending your money. You can offer 8 and he can counter. And when he said that, I learned something. It was like a light bulb went right off in my head. Like, okay. I'm like, I can do this shit, you know. And he came back with 9. My wife was like, all right, we'll go to the bank. We do all the necessary shit. Blah, 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 blah. Looked up, bought the bitch. No inspection, nothing, Rich. Bought the bitch. And once we bought it and had full possession, and I got all of you, I called the utility company out so they can, you know, go around to see what I may need if they couldn't turn the utilities on. Shit, they turned the water on, they turned the electric on. Shit, I plugged some shit up, it came right on. Nothing was fucking wrong with this house. I'm like, God damn. And we bought this bitch for 9 racks. and I was paying a mortgage on the house. Off 96 and Grand River, up in that area. I was paying a mortgage on the house, and a light bulb went off because since I was looking at houses and shit, and me and my wife had put a lot of money into this house, and we was paying a mortgage on it. I looked at a house online. I'm like, called my wife, like, babe, come look. I'm like, I know this house. I'm like, look at this house. This house cheap as fuck. I'm like, this house nice. She's like, that's the house across the street. And the house was only like $6,000. I jumped up, went to the fucking blinds, opened them bitches, and I felt instantly fucking mad because I had a $60,000 mortgage on the house. I was paying a mortgage on. And I looked across the street and there was a house for $6,000. So I knew my house wasn't worth shit. And then at the same time, we had just bought a house in Rosedale for 9 grand. So I'm like, just walked away from that bitch rich. I'm like, fuck you motherfuckers. Because we had the utilities on at the other house. We just moved in, you know. And that was my journey to owning my shit outright, And once I crossed that threshold, I never went back. That's what's been feeding a nigga, owning my shit. And when you got something like that, you got a bargaining chip. It's crazy to me. I almost lost my family, thinking I was cocky and shit. And my wife, she ended up having to rent a place. And when my daughter asked me what rent was, she didn't know, she didn't understand. I'm like, I gotta get my family back. I'm like, my daughter don't even know what the fuck rent is because a motherfucker, been handling this business, and it's just been a blessing that I was able to handle my business like that. But I consider myself, after I fucking went to jail and fucked up and done some stupid shit, I said I wasn't gonna never go back, and I never did. But Western Wayne, that's where I'm going, Sir Rich. Western Wayne. I'll probably be so close I'll probably be shopping in another county. I'll be so far Western Wayne. I need the acreage. Especially I like growing and shit. So shit. I like doing my growing, so but fuck yeah, dog. We gonna have to click up. I ain't never been fishing and shit. I got my I gotta order my fishing license off the DNR fucking website and shit. Nigga work so much. But I said before I go out with my family, acting like I know what the fuck I'm doing fishing. I probably need to go out with some experienced guys that's doing some fishing so I can learn what the fuck I'm doing. And my brother, my oldest brother, man, we we fuck with each other heavy. He here, he be fishing and shit, but he stayed down south. But I came back home. Oh shit, the rich we old heads. This fucking going to the weed store. This shit is fucking unbelievable. This shit is like, who the fuck can go to the weed store? They was locking niggas up for this shit. My blood was Big Cav. Rest in peace to my man Big Cav. I fuck with Big Cav with my shit. You know. Now you go to the store, and it's a fucking bud tender. When I go in there, they call me by Mister, my last name. Mr. Tree Trunk. You here? What you shopping for? I'll be like, God damn. You know. Okay, what you say? That's where you go. What you talk about, Rich? to the dispo. But that's the only way to go, man. You know, going to the motherfucking to the street dealer. You know, ooh, that shit dead now, man. I'll never buy weed off the fucking street from a street dealer. Either I'm gonna grow that shit myself, or I'm gonna go to the dispensary. And I know I'm gonna end up with a fucking cause I usually have so much cause I grow every year. I'm gonna end up fucking running out my fucking supply and shit. So I just fucking double up every time I fucking go. Cause I like to be able to. Sometimes I might not. Some days I may not smoke weed like other days, but when I want to sit down and smoke, I want to sit down and smoke. So when I buy it, I buy enough. You know, I like getting my flower, but my pre rolls, that's my lazy shit. You know, you come home and I buy them bitches like 50, 100 at a time. Mix me up. When I get lazy and shit, you know, you come home, you don't feel like rolling up. I never thought that would be a problem. You know, with my weed head ass from a fucking kid. I never thought it would be a problem that I didn't want to roll up. Like, motherfucker come home tired, you don't want to roll up. Because I go extra hard at work. But I said it's time to start letting the young guns step up. I see they want to stick their chests out. And we got a couple young foremen. We got a couple young foremen, so I've been kind of stepping back a little bit, letting them stick their chest out. Because I get tired of fighting battles and shit, you know. And as a black guy, it's different, you know. And I run into it all the time. We be out on the fucking job and shit. It may be a new job. Maybe me and a couple guys I run with all the time, you know, guys off my crew. And all of us get radios because they all qualified to crane signal and talk to people, you know. Yeah, me too. I don't, because I don't feel like rolling. My wife be like, "That's ridiculous." What you mean? I'm like, shit. I don't feel like it. I'm gonna just go over there, you know. But I run into this shit all the time. What the fuck? I just picked up another. It's another gas. You know, sometimes I'll smoke like a motherfucker. Sometimes I won't. I probably won't smoke this whole motherfucker. But it's a white boy on my crew named Drew, and he's the Drew about his business, you know. But he one of the white boys on the crew, and Drew don't give a fuck. That's my motherfucking home. I taught him how to grow, and it might be 50 different contractors on one job, so they send us there, and we usually one of the biggest ones. People know us when we come because we planting our flag and our putting our shit up, letting people know we there. So they'll go right up to Drew. Hey man, uh, what you guys got going on? Cause we got to talk to these other contractors and shit. I'll be standing over there. You know, I'm the only black guy. We got a couple Mexican guys. We got Drew. You know, there might be a couple. Is there another? No, I think Drew the only white boy on the labor crew. That's crazy. It's crazy that Drew the only one. Then it's me, and then the rest Mexicans. But anyway, they'll go right up to Drew. What's going on? Or blah blah blah. And Drew point right over to me. And I've probably been looking at this motherfucker for hours and shit, doing my thing. not really just actively working, not doing nothing to let people know that I got some authority. And you see the look on these motherfuckers' faces when they have to come to me and ask for something. And I'm one of the biggest contractors on the job, always. There might be two or three big dogs, but the company I work for, it's always up in that three. So I can push a button. I can push a button and a motherfucker will be like, whoa. And I have to tell motherfuckers all the time, like, man, I run this shit over here. You want to get through here, you're going to have to talk to me. We're going to have to come to an agreement. I had a motherfucker tell me one day, I got my brother a job. And I got my brother a job. He snapped on my brother or some shit. He a superintendent. But me and him had a couple run-ins and shit. On one job, I pull up into a parking garage and shit downtown somewhere. This guy, one of the subcontractors that work for our company. So basically, you work for me, motherfucker. If you want to get technical. I pull into a parking spot. He jumped right out like, you can't park there. That's reserved for my man. You know, I got guys working for me. I'm like, man, fuck you. But you the parking police? I see who you work for. You're a contractor. You ain't no different than me, motherfucker. Fuck you. You know. I'm sorry about that, you know. I'm a 420 smoker. I'm sorry about that, Linda Love, you know. But, you know, each his own, you know. I don't mean no harm to nobody, you know. If a person don't like, you know, Tree Trunks page, you channel, you don't have to watch it. You know, I'm not trying to disrespect anyone. Oh, Linda, you made me forget what I was talking about. Smoke this goddamn weed. But, oh yeah, this motherfucker in this parking spot shit. I'm like, what you, the parking police, motherfucker? The fuck out my face. Be late for work fucking with you. But when I got inside the job, I didn't know he was a subcontractor of ours. When I got to the job, you know, he soon found out, not even talking to nobody, that I was somebody, that I was sent there to do a job. And he like, oh shit, you know, me and this motherfucker did have it out in the, you know, because we always have a morning meeting. And if you ain't important, you ain't in the meeting. Now I'm in the meeting, you know. Even if I give some fucked up remark, if somebody asks me why the fuck I'm in the meeting, and I usually give a smart one like, well, what do you think? You're in the meeting, you never say nothing. Motherfucker, I'm here because I get paid for it. Period. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I'm here for 3 days. I get paid to be in the meeting. They told me to be here 30 minutes early to be in the meeting. What else you want to know, motherfucker? Call who you got to call. And if they want to know, and if they want to know who said the smart remark, just tell them that black motherfucker that they sent over there. And they gonna know who you talking about. And usually when I hit a motherfucker like that, they respect me more. You know, they respect me more. Because sometimes you have to bring people down, you know. But I don't go in trying to be like that when I go on jobs, you know. But sometimes you have to push the button, you know. I had a guy tell me one day on a job, a superintendent worked for the company I work for. I'm the labor foreman on the job. I'm in charge of all the concrete that's going in the ground on the job. We're building the Royal Oak Police Station on fucking 11 Mile Woolward area. I tell this motherfucker what I need. Hey, I need this. Call a yard. I need this. I need that. And he's not getting this shit for me. So I'm calling another superintendent like, hey man, I need this, I need that, blah, 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 blah. And he like, man, why you study calling me? That ain't my job. I got my own shit going on. But trucks pulling up with shit, you know. And then this motherfucker like, well, who ordered this? I'm like, I did. I'm telling you, I need this shit, man. We got to pour in 2 days. We got this, we got that. and you not getting me the shit I need. I'm not about to look like a jackass because you not getting the shit I'm asking you to get. So I'm going around your ass getting the shit I need. So when he seen I had some authority to call the yard and call people to get the shit, he knew that I wasn't just some black fucking guy that they sent out to help him because he was new. He was a new superintendent, come from another company. They fired his punk ass. So he had to come over there with us. I ain't gonna say no names, but fuck you, motherfucker. I hope you looking at my live. So I'm ordering the shit I need, and the superintendent that I'm calling, he's the boss of the bosses. He's a super, but he the boss of the bosses. He got a direct connect with the top, you know, with the real button pusher, the guy who signed our fucking checks. And he like, I'm sick of this motherfucker. My guy had to call me to get shit and blah, blah, blah. We only pour once a week, whatever. So they get fed up with this motherfucker. They send another guy over there. He ain't no superintendent, but he's a pusher. He's a GF. This my motherfucking dog. I ain't gonna say his name, but this motherfucker will bring the best out of you. And we made this motherfucker look stupid. Since I was the guy supposed to be the head foreman there, they always pushing me to go in there and say something to this motherfucker. It was raining like a motherfucker. We can't work. And they like, Hoss, I ain't about to sit here all day. And union rules is, if it's raining when I get to work, and it's raining by 9 o'clock, and I still ain't got out this chair or wherever y'all got for us to get out the rain, I can leave. So they pushing me. We got concrete this day, man. I know we gotta pour this concrete, but it ain't my decision if the shit get poured or not. It's the superintendent's decision if we gotta pour the shit in the rain or not. But I'm getting pressure from all the guys that do the work. Go in there, say something to them. So I'm like, man, fuck. I go in there, hey, these guys say they leave. It's still fucking raining. We ain't done shit. We've been here all day. We ain't gonna sit here all day. That's union rule. So these guys fucking leaving. I'm letting you know right now. I'm locking shit up. Fucking gone. Well, fucking leave. I don't give a fuck what y'all do, man. Fuck you. I don't like you anyway. You don't like me. We leave. We lock the shit up. The freeway is maybe 2 or 3 blocks from the job. As soon as I hit the freeway, it stopped fucking raining. I mean, just cleared the fuck up. Just the best day ever. But I stay 15 minutes from the job. But a lot of these guys stay hour and a half this way, 2 hours this way, blah, 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 blah. A lot of these guys hit the freeway and they 4 or 5 exits down the freeway. So he calling call me talking about get them guys back here and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, I ain't calling all these motherfuckers, dude. It's a union rule. It was past 9, blah, blah, blah. So see you tomorrow. That's all the fuck I can tell you. I don't give a fuck. It ain't my ass hanging out, We only pour once a week with your punk ass. So it's the nicest fucking day. Went home, had a nice day, come back to work the next day. The owner of the company was pissed. Like, why the fuck, blah, blah, blah. But he know it's on this motherfucker. So this other guy that come, that's my motherfucking dog. We build America. We build this bitch. He he just on my ass. Like, do this, do that, and do this, do that. So the superintendent and him having battles. This dude just a general foreman. He the general carpenter foreman. I'm the general labor foreman. And then we got a superintendent. And the superintendent hand down the orders to the general carpenter foreman. The general carpenter foreman handed down to the general labor foreman, chain of command. That's how shit go. But since everybody fucked with the general foreman, we just kind of like, and the general foreman, his brother is one of the highest of the high in the company. So This dude was able to go around people and call his brother and get shit done. So we was pouring once a week with this shithole motherfucker. I'm glad he got fired. You know, I'm trying not to be like that, but I'm glad his ass got fired. We was pouring once a week, doing 8-hour fucking days, you know, on the Royal Police Station. So I hope he watching this shit. My man came and was working the shit out of my ass, you know, and he makes me mad because he's like that. He's just a pusher, pusher, pusher. We started pouring every fucking day. He went there and told the superintendent, I'm going to tell you when to order concrete from now. You give me the print, and I'm going to tell you when to order the shit. And he like, well, I'm the superintendent, and blah, 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 blah. And he started coming out trying to tell people what to do, and nobody would listen to him. When he would ask us to do something, we would say, well, go ask him. You know, he's the guy, you know, told me to do this, you know. And he didn't like that. When nobody listened to him, every time he asked somebody to do something, we like, well, go ask him. He's the big dog. He's the big dog. He's the big dog. We kind of pushed him to be, you know, the big dog. And he took over that shit. We was pouring every fucking day. We brought that fucking building out the ground. Ride past and look at it. You know, I rode past it the other day. I was impressed with it. You know. But this shithole motherfucker, I'm gonna say it again. I'm glad his ass got fired. Me and one of my Mexican homies, we sitting. No, we was working, and the Royal Oak Police Station right next to that courthouse. And we seen them bring people in and out the police all the time for whatever reason they had going to court. You know, they had a jail up in there. I really didn't know. You know, I just know that that was the police station and we was building it to connect to the courthouse. That's all I knew. And this motherfucker calling our names and shit. We getting ready for concrete and I'm not gonna look stupid because of your ass, motherfucker. He trying to knock me off what the fuck I'm doing. Calling me, yeah. My man look at me, my Mexican homie, he throw his hands up like this. What this motherfucker want? I'm like, I just kind of like, man, what the fuck, dude? What's up? He was like, you see them police cars right there? I'm like, what the fuck, man? We see them bitches ride by all the time. Fuck them police cars. Are we gonna make the deadline? Are we gonna pour concrete, motherfucker? He like, that's for you and my man. I'm like, what the fuck? What? I had to stop and think about this shit. I'm like, what the fuck you mean by that? He like, you guys are in the wrong neighborhood. I'm like, I stay 15 minutes from here, motherfucker. What you mean I'm in the wrong neighborhood? Talking about y'all ain't never seen no nice suburbs and stuff like this. Y'all from Detroit. I'm like, man, fuck you and your racist ass. You know. I'm like, why would you call me over here and say this police car is for me and Eddie? You know, I'm sorry for even saying your name, dog. You know, but the shit pissed me off so bad, so I pushed my buttons and I called up to the top of the office. I said, I can't work with this fucking dude. This motherfucker's a dickhead, you know. And he got his goddamn walking papers, you know. And I run into that shit all the time on the job, you know, and it makes me mad, you know. But for the vast majority, you know, it's not like that. You know, I have great friends on the job. You know, they love me and I love them, but it's always, you know, every job you see some racist comment up in the porta john. You got that much time that you taking a piss that you got to pull an ink pen out and write some racist shit on the shit house wall. You nasty motherfucker. Why would you do some shit like that? And when we had the meetings, I addressed that shit because if I don't, the motherfucker gonna think they can keep doing it. You know, they gonna think they can keep doing it. And if you feel that bad about me, say it to my goddamn face. We can work in the same space. But at least I know how the fuck you feel about me. You know, and I hate that shit. I hate it. You don't even know how I got on that goddamn subject. Shit. Oh, like my goddamn weed calm down. Happy Father's Day, everyone. It's that gas. Shout out to everybody who jumped up in my life. Shout out to Sir Rich, Linda that said her sister died from smoking. That's still up in my comments, you know. Sorry about your sister. Sorry about your loss, you know. That's what this channel about. That's how this channel started. That's how I get my name, Tree Trunk. I'm gonna grow my plants since they made it legal in Michigan to grow plants up to 12 plants. I'm not no drinker, just a social drinker. Me and my wife may have a couple drinks. Take it easy, my brother. Take it easy, my brother. You have a good day, man. I'm about to sign out too. You know, I know my wife gonna be like, get your ass down here in a minute. You know, I've been up here talking shit for an hour, 38 minutes, smoking weed, so I gotta get my ass down there. So, one love, brother. We gonna link up. So, matter of fact, I'm about to sign out, America. I'm putting this out. Peace and love. Happy Father's Day to the fathers. Give a shout out to. Let me give a shout out to my YouTube people I fuck with. My first shout out gonna go out to Sir Rich RV Adventures. Holla at his channel. Fuck with it. You know. To Petite Brothers. The Petite Brothers. Mess with their channel. They on outdoor stuff just like my man Sir Rich. You know. They on the outdoor tip. You know. Them some hard working union brothers. There's two of them. You know, holla at their channel. Check it out, you know. And holla at my man Pure Michigan. Pure Michigan. Holla at his channel. He's a grower that I mess with. He's a YouTuber. Holla at my man Pure Michigan channel. Like and subscribe to my channel. And it might be a couple, I think it's Michigan Made. Holla at Michigan Made too. You know, check out them channels, them Michigan guys, Detroit guys, you know, that I mess with. Holla at their channel. Shout out to my subscribers, everybody that jumped in my live. Peace and love. I love you, America.